everyone, my name is Marissa and I'm going to do a tutorial today for my Every Rose Has Its Storm bracelet. It is a 2-needle project. It's pretty simple and it's a really cute and casual bracelet that I think you will enjoy making. Go ahead and get your things together and I will show you what to do first. So I got piles of my StormDuos, 15 O's, 11 O's, 8 O's, and my Rosettas. And again, my 15 O's are Miyuki, my 11 O's are Miyuki, my 8 O's are Toho. Got 2 needles going with some thread. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to pick up on one needle 7 11 O's. So on one needle, 7 11 O's. 5, 6, 7. Then I am going to pick up my StormDuos like this. Okay, a StormDuo with an 11 O in between before I get the next StormDuo. So I have 7 11 O's and they've already dropped. And then I picked up my StormDuo like this, show you like that, with an 11 O in between, and then the other StormDuo. So those are going down to the center of my thread, and I'm just going to make a circle and come out, whoops, of my other StormDuo. And then with my other needle, I am going to go through everything. Just make sure everything's centered. Yeah, I'm good. With my other needle, I'm going to go through everything. So there we go. Going through my 11 O's here. And then I'm just going through everything that I put with my other needle. Going through this 11 O in the middle, coming out. So both of my needles are coming out of my StormDuos, and this is what we have. This is what we have. We have 2 StormDuos separated by an 11 O, and our StormDuos are like this. And then on the outside of our StormDuos, we have 7 11 O's. And both of my threads are coming out of that same hole of that StormDuo we've been using. So from here, on each needle goes 3 15 O's. And I'm using the Labrador full. So 3 15 O's. Then I'm going to hop on over to the other hole of my StormDuo, and then I'm going to come out of my StormDuo, pick up my Rosetta, go into my other StormDuo, and then with this needle I'm going to do the same. I'm going to hop on over to the other hole. I already have my 3 15 O's in place, go in through my Rosetta bead, come out of my StormDuo on the other side. And this is what we have. From here, you are going to pick up an 11 O, an 8 O, and an 11 O. Whoops. You're also going to pick up your next StormDuo, and we're going to mirror what we did already. So we're going to pick it up like that. And then go through our Rosetta on the other hole that we haven't used yet. Then I'm just going to wait there and do that also on the other side. It's going to be 11-0, 8-0, 11-0, Storm Duo, like this, going through my Rosetta, coming out of my other Storm Duo on the other side. So this is what we have. And now from here, we're coming out of our Storm Duo here. Oh, and this one I'm not. So I gotta go through it. Since I just added it, I hadn't gone through it yet. So now I'm coming out of both of my Storm Duos. I'm gonna pick up 3 15-0s on each needle. Going to go through this other hole of my Storm Duo bead. Going to pick up 3 15-0s, and I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go through this other hole of my Storm Duo. Then I'm going to pick up an 11-0, going through my Storm Duo on this side. And then the other side is only coming out of my Storm Duo. I got to take it through the 11-0 that I just added and come out of my Storm Duo, whoosh, on the other side. So there we go. And then we're coming out of our Storm Duo like that. Now from here, we are going to pick up 2 11-0s on each needle, 2 11-0s on each needle, cross through an 8-0, whoa, cross through an 8-0, then pick up 2 11-0s again on each needle, and then we're gonna get in position to do our next little unit. So we gotta pick up our Storm Duos like this. So I'm going to pick up on one needle, and then I'll just cross through my other needle, just like this. Storm Duo, 11-0, Storm Duo. Gonna let them drop to my thread, and I'm going to get my other needle, and I'm going to go through all of these beads, the Storm Duo, the 11-0, and the Storm Duo, and pull. Pull everything tight, and then just kind of adjust your beads. Okay, and then I want to do it to where my 8-0 is nice and straight here. I don't want it too crooked because then it's going to be hard to straighten that out. Okay, now we're coming out of our Storm Duos again on either side like that. Going to pick up on each needle 3 11-0s. And see, we just did this. I'm just doing it again, so there's nothing different here. Going to go through this Storm Duo, the other hole. Same thing on the other side. You can try doing this with one needle. It might work. I'm not too sure. Sometimes you can make a project like this work with one needle, but sometimes it might lay kind of weird. So now I'm going to pick up my Rosetta. I'm going to cross through it. I'm going to go through the same hole with both needles, one in one direction, the other one in the other direction. I'm going to pull, and then see, I'm inside of my project. I'm inside of the Storm Duos. I want to come out of my Storm Duo like that on this side, and then on the other side like that. And we're ready to add our little grouping of one. And don't forget, you don't add your 11-0, 8-0, 11-0 till you're coming out of your StormDuo like that. You need to be coming out of your StormDuo. So 11-0, 8-0, 11-0, 11-0, 8-0, 11-0 on both needles. Let them drop. Picking up a StormDuo like this. Go through your rosetta, the other hole that you have not used, and then pick up your StormDuo on the other side. And there you go. And then I'm going to cross my other needle in through everything, and there you go. And then on goes 3 15-0s again. 3 15-0s on each needle. And then we're going to go down the other hole of our StormDuo. I went in through one. Now I'm going to pick up my 11-0. Then I'm going to go through the other one. Whoops. And then this one, I already have it ready with my 3 15-0s. I'm going to go through everything. My StormDuo, 11-0 StormDuo. Tighten it up. And then from here, I'm going to put on my 2 11-0s, crossing through my 8-0s. And then I'll be ready to do this unit again. So go ahead and do as many units as you need. I'm going to go ahead and do 7. 7 will fit nicely on my wrist. So I already filled in all the areas that needed filling in with my 15-0s, and at this point, this is what you have. And you can actually stop here and just add your jump rings and then put your lobster claw, and or if you used another type of, let's say a cut button or another type of clasp, and you like your bracelet as it is, you can just tie your threads together, and then you'll be done. I'm going to go ahead and do one more pass, and I'm going to add my crystals. So I made my way down here to the first 11-0 here on these groupings, the very first 11-0, and then I'm going to pick up a crystal and then go through this 11-0 here, the one straight across from it. So you're skipping that one 11-0 that's right there, and then just kind of put into place. And then I'm just going to go down my beads, which is all of these 15-0s. Down this grouping. And then down these 15-0s. And then down to that first 11-0. And then I'm ready to add my next crystal. I'm just going to catch up on this side. I'm coming out of this first crystal, coming out of that first 11-0, picking up a crystal, and then I'm going to go across into this 11-0 and going to put in my crystal. So this is how you put in your crystals there. And then just go down your beads. Just go down through all of them until you get to that 11-0 again. And just do that all the way down, adding your crystals. So here we go. I have finished adding my crystals, and I went ahead and I changed the color. I went back to the crystal AB. So this is what we got. This is my every rose has its storm bracelet. And all I did was I attached a couple of jump rings with the lobster clasp. And I attached a couple of jump rings on this side too. And see this little space here with my 7 11-0s, how they are like protruding from the outside of the StormDuos. That's enough space to get a jump ring in there comfortably like that. Now, if you're going to use split rings, I recommend that you put your split rings at the time that you are putting your 7/11 because a split ring is a little bit harder, and I don't think you're going to get that in there once this is already closed up. So you need to do that at the time that you are putting the 7/11. Now, if you used a whole other clasp altogether, well, you can do that too. When you're coming out of your StormDuos, it looks like if you add about 3/11 and then maybe an 8/0 or maybe another 11/0, and you go through it in the same direction, followed by a couple of more 11/0, and then adding something like a button or a cut button. You know, you can do it that way with a cut button or with one of the table cut check table cut buttons. So this is what we have. This is our final piece. This is how it looks on, and it's very dainty. It's very, very cute. I absolutely love it because it's one of these that you can wear every day to work or anywhere really, because it's nice, but it's also very casual. I mean, you can also dress it up, I guess, depending on the colors that you use. This is another one that I made, and on this one I used my Aztec Gold color rosettas. This one is the pastel burgundy rosettas. My StormDuos on this one are the white blue luster. StormDuos on this one are just the Labrador full. And then the 8/0s I use on this one are just on the 8/0s are Toho. The 8/0s on this one are the opaque luster Navajo white. And on this one, they're the Toho Permafinish Rose Gold Matte, which I really have a thing for the Permafinish matte colors in the Tohos right now. My 11/0s on this one are just an opaque turquoise, and 11/0s on this one are Miyuki Spanish Olive, and then the crystals on this one are the Alexandria colors. Is that what it's called? Alexandrite AB. And on this one I use a crystal AB. So this is what we have. This is our final piece. Very simple and very cute. I hope you enjoy making this, and thank you very much for watching.